Hi, and welcome to Section 5, Game Number 1, Text Adventure. In the last section, we discussed how to create various UI elements in Unity. In this section, we'll use that knowledge to create our first game type, a text adventure. In this section, we are going to look at planning the adventure, how to load between scenes, and how to create UI that is persistent between scenes. Now we move on to the first video of this section that deals with planning out our adventure. In this video, we're going to take a look at software that can be used to make flowcharts, as well as other techniques for creating flowcharts. We'll look at the overall structure of the adventure we will make, we'll start setting up our scenes, and we'll also cover adding a shadow component to our text objects. When you're making a text adventure game, it's very important to plan out the process. I recommend using a flowchart, with a box used to represent each of the scenes. You can make very nice flowcharts in Microsoft PowerPoint. The hierarchy options in the Smart Art work well for this when used along with arrows and other drawing objects. I find that I run out of room with PowerPoint flowcharts though, so I tend to use Microsoft Visio. It gives more room, and moving and connecting the shapes works a little bit more intuitively, in my opinion. If you'd like to use a digital flowchart, but don't have these Microsoft products, Twine is a free online software that can be awesome at developing story flowcharts. It also will allow you to make interactive stories that can help you to prototype your story before putting it into Unity. You can get this tool at twinery.org. You can also go a low-tech route and just draw your flowchart out on paper. I like to use Postit Notes and paper for mine. Here's a short text adventure that I planned out with the help of my 5-year-old daughter. This is also the text adventure that I will create during this lesson while demonstrating the process. When creating a flowchart, whether you do it digitally or on paper, I highly recommend you keep track of the names of each scene, because scene navigation will be the most important aspect of creating your simple text adventure. I've indicated the name of the scenes on the top of each of these Post-it notes, so that I can more easily keep track of them when I start developing my game. Each of the rectangles within the Post-it note represent a button, what it will say, and which scene we will navigate to after clicking on it. I've provided you a high-resolution image of this flowchart if you'd like to reference it later. I've also included a full-text typeout of the Adventures of Lulu the Bunny that you can read if you're having trouble reading my handwriting, and copy and paste the text from. Let's go ahead and start setting up our scenes. We'll start by making the start scene. I don't want to delete the scene we've been working on, but we also made a scene called Scene 2 that we never did anything with. Let's rename that Start Screen. We're going to make the whole game using UI. Create a UI image and make it the background image that stretches fully across the canvas. Create a UI image for the bunny. Create some text with the name of the game in it, The Adventures of Lulu the Bunny. Let's also create a play button that will have the image transition we applied in the previous section. Now we can make the rest of our scenes. However, before we move on, let's move this event system so that it's a child of the canvas. This will make what we're about to do a little easier on us. Create a new scene and save it as Decision 1. It wouldn't be hard to just make another background image and text, but I want to show you how to easily copy things from one scene to another. Drag the start screen into the hierarchy. Now select its canvas and select Duplicate. Now drag the duplicate canvas to the Decision 1 scene. Remove the start screen from the hierarchy view. Now we can see that we have a canvas in our new scene. Delete the bunny. We're not going to carry her over into our new scenes. Our new scenes will just be text and buttons. Change the name of the title game object to Text. And select Best Fit. That way the text will automatically size to fit within this box. Now copy the text from Decision 1 into it. increase the size a bit. It's a little difficult to read, so let's give it a shadow component. Increase the X effect distance to 5 and change the Y effect distance to -2. Instead of trying to get this button to meet our needs, let's just delete it and start over with a new button. Let's change the button's size, position, and alignment. Also, give it the purple button background, but do not select Preserve Aspect. Change the font size to 80. Bring in the Rific font. Change the color to white. Select Best Fit so the longer text will stay within the button's area. Now make it say Fight. Also change this button's name to Choice 1. Duplicate the button and rename the duplicate Choice 2. Change its text to say Run Away. Right corner align it, and change its position to mirror the one on the left. Select this scene and duplicate it 3 times using Ctrl D. Now just open each of these scenes and change their text to match the correct decision. Duplicate these scenes again for Bad Ending 1, Bad Ending 2, and Good Ending, but only include the right button that says Replay on those. Once you've created all your scenes, they should look as follows. Decision 1, Decision 2, Decision 3, Decision 4, Good Ending, Bad Ending 1, Bad Ending 2. In this video, we looked at methods that will help us plan out our text adventure, including technology we could use. We also set up all the scenes we will use in our example text adventure.